Hey there, friends. Welcome back to the Insider's Journal, where we dive deep into what it means to live with kingdom impact as Christian leaders. Today, we're kicking off a series on the base of your calling, your family, focusing on how we shape the next generation into Jesus followers through the power of routine. Over the next 7 episodes, we'll explore practical ways to raise kids who love and follow Jesus. And in our final episode, I'll share the most important advice for parenting adult children. You won't want to miss it. Let's get started with a story from my travels. A few years back, I was in Israel walking through the bustling streets of Jerusalem when I noticed something curious on every doorway in the hotels, homes, even small shops. There were these little boxes called mezuzahs fixed to the doorposts. Every time someone passed through, they'd kiss their fingers and touch the box. Intrigued, I got closer and learned these mezuzahs contained tiny scrolls with the Shema from Deuteronomy 6:4-9. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength. These commandments that I give you today are to be on your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up. Tie them as symbols on your hands and bind them on your foreheads. Write them on the door frames of your houses and on your gates. These mezuzahs serve as a daily, tangible reminder for Jews to keep God at the center of their lives. That image stuck with me. Parents and kids, generation after generation, physically touching a reminder of God's call to love Him fully. The word Shema means listen. How often do we find ourselves shouting or thinking, listen? We crave those we lead to listen, especially when they're our kids and they haven't yet made the mistakes we want them to avoid. But as they grow, distractions pile up. Screens, friends, the chaos of life. Deuteronomy 6 challenges us to make God's truth the heartbeat of our homes. But how do we do that when life feels like a whirlwind? The answer lies in routines. Just like the Shema on those doorposts, routines create a rhythm, a drumbeat of behavior that shapes our kids and anyone else we lead into followers. Without intentional routines, the world's noise will drown out the call to love God with all their heart, soul, and strength. So how do we make this practical? Impress God's commands on our children. Talk about them when we sit at home, walk along the road, lie down, and rise up. That's a call to weave faith into every day. Here's how you can start. Number 1, pray. Set aside time to pray with your kids, but don't wait for formalities. Pray out loud with them whenever, wherever. Include God into your conversations so they realize He's already there with them. Help them to get accustomed to praying in conversation. 2, journal. Reflect on your family's current routines. Are there moments where God's presence is front and center? If not, what's missing? Write down one routine you could add, like a family devotion or a weekly moment to share what God's doing in your lives. 3, discover. Ask yourself, what's the first thing my kids think about when they wake up? The last thing they think before bed? How can I point those moments to God? Maybe it's a Bible verse on the fridge or a question at dinner. Where did you see God today? Those aren't grand gestures. They're small, consistent habits that build a culture of faith. In session 4 of Priority Living's The Masters program, we talk about active parenting for eternal significance, emphasizing that you're the headmaster of your home's school. God's given you the role to coach your kids towards a life of loving Him. Let me share something personal. My older two daughters grew up in the pre-digital age, so their childhoods are captured in printed photo albums, not just pixels. We've got those pictures online now, and our TV cycles through them. Moments of birthdays, vacations, and fun family dinners. Every image sends a message. We're in this together. We love each other. You matter to me. Those photos are like modern mezuzahs, a visual cue and constant reminder of our family's commitment to one another and to God. When we see them, we're reminded of who we are and whose we are. Creating these kind of reminders in your home, whether through photos, prayers, or shared stories, builds a legacy of faith that sticks. You know how you sometimes catch yourself acting like your mom or dad? Maybe it's the way you laugh or how you handle stress. Now think about your kids. When they're grown, what do you want them to say when they realize, I'm just like mom and dad? I want my daughters and sons to say, I love God with all my heart, just like dad did. That's the power of routine. It shapes disciples who carry God's good news into the world. So here's your call to action this week. Pick one routine to start in your home. Maybe it's a nightly prayer, daily communion, or a verse on the mirror. Make it simple, but make it stick. Let's build homes where the Shema isn't just on the doorpost, it's in our kids' hearts. Hey, before you go, join us at the Priority Gathering October 8th through 10th at the stunning Hotel Zaza in Dallas, Texas. This isn't just another conference. It's a transformative experience with coaching, collaboration, and community. Dive deeper into your calling, connect with kingdom-minded leaders, and enjoy events like a pickleball tournament and a 5K run. Don't miss out. Register now at theprioritygathering.com.